Good day, viewers, and still welcome back to our Crystal Education TV here on YouTube. And today we have a hangout with a stakeholder in the education sector, in the person of Mr. Christopher Otulu, a private school stakeholder, the director, Jewel Model School. And he will be telling us, sharing some very vital information with us. We are focusing first on parental influence on child's learning, and what we are looking at is what parents do and how it affects their learning. Mr. Christopher, it's good to have you with us on Crystal Education TV.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So, as a school owner, as a stakeholder in the sector, over the years, what have you found as some of the things that parents do that impact negatively on the learners?
I think there are so many things that when you are talking of negatively, one of the things that bothers us now is that parents are becoming overprotective. They do not want you to scold your child. They believe that because they pay fee, so they can do whatever they like. And they come to defense. Even if you want to ask a child a question over what happened, you see the mother talking, instead of allowing the child to say something. This overprotection has gone to the extent that they decide the class they want their child to be. They decide when the child will be promoted, and if the child is not promoted, they try another school, and up to when the child is writing the standard exam, the child is not allowed to reason along with his age, to say, why am I doing physics? Why am I doing chemistry? Why am I not doing literature? So that parents decide, my child wants to be a doctor, so he must do science. So I think it's becoming the overprotectiveness is exactly where the problem has. And the result is going to be that you're going to have people with certificate, but they are not useful.
Yeah. So, and what do you think could be responsible for this overprotectiveness?
You see, I would want to think that these days we are beginning to have a lot of parents who are not properly engaged in their household work.
Okay.
Call him a full-time housewife. He sits at home from 8 to 12. It's the next thing to go and pick up the child. So he's full of energy. He has not done anything. So he starts querying, why are you not smiling? What is happening? You are facing, who stained your dress for you? And the child must say something. Maybe the child did not even know when the shirt was stained. Because he must say something. He says, it's my auntie. And then you see the mother goes to start quarreling. Parents are not allowing this child. You see, a child even in secondary school, the parents need to hold her hand to cross the road. That is absurd. It does not mean that, it does not show that we are teaching human beings. Children would have been taught when you are crossing the road, look left, look right, and allow the child to exercise that in your family. So that's what I mean by protectiveness. The parents are becoming too lazy and too idle, ready to pick up quarrels.
Somebody may want to possibly disagree with this aspect of parents being idle.
Yes.
Idle kind of, because these days with the harsh economic situation, you still find parents who you have women who are very engaged, fathers who are engaged. Could it be general, or because you still find those people who are still engaged also overprotecting their children as well?
You are very correct. You see, when I mean by being idle, for instance, there are some people you think as working class people, and they call the teacher 3-4 times a day. Let me, if I have 28 children in my class, and each of them has to call twice a day, what time do I have for these children? There's sometimes, let me talk to her. We said, okay, children should not bring handset to the school. Okay, please let me talk to the child. What is he going to tell? Junior, have you eaten? And the mother is working somewhere. It may not even be in the town. So it still bothers to overprotection. If a child is chastised, if a child is flogged, or if a child misses a meal, he will not die. It's part of the experience of life. That makes, okay, that thing that made me not to eat food the other day, I will not do it again. If I go to a class now and say, has anybody done their homework? And they say 2 people have not done their homework. I say, because of that, take away their meals from them. They will not eat until they do their homework. Oh, you see the father coming. Do you know, what if anything happens to this child? Why should anything happen to this child? The parents don't always remember that we are here because of the children. And so we wouldn't like anything bad to happen to them. And that even that thing you talk of bad happening can also happen in your house. So I still boil down to, I do not know whether you call it education, but I think it's I generalize by saying it's overprotection.
Then you know you did strike a point where you have parents, when their child is disciplined, they come to school, they want to beat up the teachers. I've had a case of a parent who had held a wire by the side and came to the school to beat up a teacher for allegedly beating the child up. Now, these days, we still find school owners who have become, should I say, so gullible to the parents now, and then they say that you don't allow flogging, any little discipline in the school, they descend on the teachers. What do you have to say?
It's one of the problems we are talking about, the negative implication of this thing. Yeah. Because even children at times, out of their age, they talk small lies. And when they know that, even if I talk lie, my mother will defend me. So what am I training the child for? The child is, but I am not also going to swallow the child. All I need to do is to find out, blame me for what he's responsible for, so that he takes responsibility for that next time. And but there was a case of a primary 4 child that misbehaved, and I sent for the mother to come so that we can discuss the matter. He came with a lawyer. Can you imagine that? He came with a lawyer for a primary 4 child. What do you want to do? Where is the position of the teacher now? Maybe the class teacher who is handling the matter is not a lawyer. And then what is the position of a lawyer in this case? And because, like you say, you use the word being gullible. In some place like me, I will ask you to take the child and leave the school, because I can't succumb to that kind of situation. So it bothers still overprotection. Parents should take care of their children at home, encourage the child to listen to the teacher, and if possible, don't go against the teacher's instruction. I'll be here to wait for you when you come back. And if the child comes back and say, "Auntie flogged me," it's not enough for you to rage. Ask the child what happened. And if you are not satisfied, you can see the teacher. Or call the teacher by phone number. "My child came this with a swollen hand. What happened?" And then the child, you cannot flog the child to the point of getting the hand swollen. Because we have a criteria for flogging too. You don't have to flog anyhow. So you cannot easily say a child who is injured, except the teacher is a muted. So the parents should be able to do their work at home. Help the child look at his homework. If the child knows that if I get home, my mother will worry me about homework, and that's what the teacher is also talking about in the school, the child will be forced to. But if the teacher says, "You must do this homework, if you don't do it, I will flog you," and the child runs to the mother says, "No, don't flog my child," the child will have that place as a lower value, where he will always run to anytime he's constrained. That's what we are talking about, negative implication.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, and we do appreciate your thoughts in that direction. See, take away, parents allow the child to be in school, obey the teacher's instruction, do your part at home, and leave the part of the school for the school to do, right?
Yes.
And very important is the fact that the children have their own mistakes to make. Sometimes when we try to hold them back for their mistake, we hold them back from learning. I hope I'm right, sir.
Yes.
So it's very important. That's how far we'll go on this. The next video you'll be seeing is talking about the teachers and the Teachers Award, and then the impact an annual Teachers Award will be having on the teachers' motivation. Do stick around. It's still Choose Crystal on Crystal Education TV.